Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster Perfect Stats Guide. So, we are starting out in the Opera House. For this one, we're going to go take on the, I think it's called the Earth Dragon in this version. It used to be called the Dirt Dragon. Alright, so, oh dear, what are we going to do? There's a dragon smack dab on the middle of the stage. Well, we'll do as we've done with the rest of the dragons and just take them out. One of the versions, I don't remember which one, but apparently there was a bug here where if you left the Opera House rats alive, they would still be here in the world of Ruin. And if you actually got into a battle with them, it would take you back to the world of balance. So, interesting bug, or game breaking and horrible bug, I guess, depending on how you look at it. But all right, let's see here. Oh, gotta get everybody into the back row again. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, of course. So anytime you like select a new team, your characters get thrown back into the front row, which is pretty annoying for any sort of like low level type game, but easy enough fix. So yeah. One thing actually also, I think in previous playthroughs that I've done, normally for the Earth Dragon, I will have what is it called in this one? Angel. Oh, it's Angel something. Let me see. It used to be called. Gosh, now you know what? Now I can't remember the old name though either. He's telling you, getting old is not great. It's not so good. Okay, it's called Angel Wings in this version of the game. Was it like Cherub Down or something like that? Cherub something. But anyways, it keeps a float on your characters at all times. And here, yeah, unfortunately, Edgar just eats dirt, which pretty appropriate. Probably a better option, though, is to take characters that can equip Gaia Gear. Gaia Gear is just going to absorb any sort of earth damage, which is what all of my characters, well, the other three, are equipped with. Unfortunately, Edgar can't equip that, but up to you on which route you want to go. Otherwise, leave, whoever doesn't have Gaia Gear, just, well, I guess leave them dead, I suppose, if you want. The problem is the Earth Dragon is going to use, what is it called? 50 Gs, which removes the float status. So you either have to keep recasting it or, yeah, I guess find a different way. The thing is, though, I don't know if 50 Gs will still work if you've got the relic equipped. I'm not sure. I don't know if so, which means I don't know if it makes that relic basically worthless, right? And you only get, I guess you come in with float, but then it removes it right away. I'm not sure, but either way, I actually really like the Gaia Gear. I feel like it's probably better. Actually, don't even know if you can lose if you've got Gaia Gear, now that I think about it. But as I've done, with some of the other dragons and bosses, though, I've been using the Debilitator a lot. So I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's been kind of fun. And if you come into a battle and you don't necessarily know, I suppose, what elemental weakness, or even if any of these enemies even have an elemental weakness, right? Because a lot of them don't. But you can make your own. So I've been really liking that. So I think I tagged him with that a couple of times, and then tried to kind of exploit that. Let me just see if the Earth Dragon, he's probably weak to like wind or something that we don't even have. Let me just see. Earth Dragon. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. You can slow him. You can sleep him. Why didn't I sleep him? Or did I sleep him finally? Elemental weakness. Wind and water. Yeah, that's not good. We don't really have many abilities. Oh, no, he's weak against lightning. All right, we can make that happen. I suppose you could probably try Mogs. Well, I guess in my case, right? Because I brought Mog here. I probably could have tried. Whatchamacallit? Jesus. Now I'm drawing a blank on that too. Yeah, see? Boy, things are looking grim here. Wind Rhapsody. I also blame the constant changing of names and skills on my try to deflect my forgetfulness. But that's the so what do we got there? The Magus Rod? Magus Rod is okay. It's, you know, I think Gogo, Realm, and Strago can use that. I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, it is, the stats are really good on it. But I don't know. I really like that. I think it's the Swordbreaker, right? It's got that 30 physical evade. Magus Rod is more, I think it's magic evade. Let me just see here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, who's got it? Who's got it? Yep, Strago's got it. Yeah, 30 magic evade and 7 magic. Honestly, that's probably better. You know, magic evade I think is still more important in the World of Ruin. But yeah, really good. But also it gives you a +7 magic too. So yeah, pretty tough to beat that. I think you can get another 1, or is it 2, by betting the healing rod, which is probably the best, honestly, probably the best use for those healing rods. I don't think I used a single healing rod in this entire playthrough. You know, I just prefer to use cure spells if I want to heal instead of, you know, I don't know, instead of like use those. They're a little weird, you know, to use too. All right, so there's another wing edge. So that's actually the second one that we've got. Those weapons, I feel like I want to like them, but I think, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They actually are pretty good. I think they do instant death too, and they've got really good stats. Here is the Master Tonberry. I think I cut out a ton of this fight because I did it so, like, it was so sloppy when I did this that yeah, it wasn't good. I think Master Tonberry should be slept, I believe it is. There I stole the elixir. That's his common. His rare steal is the mega elixir. I was tempted to, you know, redo this until I got a mega elixir, but they're just, like, it didn't feel like that made sense at all. There's a lot easier ways to get mega elixirs. The real problem though here with the Master Tonberry is he keeps switching his elemental weakness. And even if you use Debilitator, he'll basically wipe out any you know, whatever elemental weaknesses that you've kind of put on him, right, with the Debilitator. Which again is why you sleep him. And I'm not sure if I just tried that and it didn't work. Now I want to try that again. It just feels like such a obvious mistake. If I didn't at least try that. I know they've switched up some things with the bosses though, so I'm not 100% sure if that was what happened, right? And I just like I don't know, like I don't know if I tried it and then it failed and then I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, now what? But that it really is a problem that he switches his weaknesses like that, and yeah, it becomes really obnoxious. The one thing though that you can do here, and what I eventually end up doing, is just switching to Ultima. It felt generally I tried to not use Ultima too much because it really is cheap, and I mean it's an amazing spell. But you know, I just figured that, you know, some people will either not have the Paladin shield yet, I guess, or have taken the Ragnarok sword instead of the Esper. So again, I tried to not abuse it too much, but for this guy, it's such a good solution to, constantly switching his elemental weaknesses. So, all right, what are we doing here? We're still equipped with Gaia gear. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, let's keep rolling. There he drops the Gradius dagger. Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of it, but it does have like I think it's the holy element, and I think does it randomly cast holy as well? I feel like it does. Jeez, there it is, Gladius. Dagger blessed with the power to smite evil foes. Actually, I don't know if this casts it now, or if it's just holy element. I'll be honest, I don't really use it that much. Generally, I'm looking for something that or like stuff like that. I don't know. Honestly, though, I think probably this playthrough is the most I've ever gone through. How do I put this? I used melee attacks probably the least that I've ever used them. Does that make sense? I feel like there's a better way to word that. I heavily focused on magic. How about that? In this playthrough, and world of balance on the Velt, yeah, probably used a decent amount of physical attacks, at least until I was able to start actually getting some stat boosts. But man, even then, honestly, Sabin always using Aura Bolt, Gao, heavily. What did I use a lot? I used Templar Edge because with a Fyra, and also what was the Dataluma fight there? I used the Oversoul quite a bit. So magic. Let's see, who else did I use a lot? Man, I mean, honestly, that was probably it. I mean, those guys were my big guns, Scion got a little bit of use, but mostly using dispatch because that ignores defense. So I mean, that's at least one physical attack using character. But yeah, I mean, other than that, even I really relied mostly on magic. But all right, here's a flashback to the ancient castle, and I believe this was a battle in the War of the Magi, right? So this is the site of a 1,000-year-old battle. I've got a weird cut here. I must have got distracted. Lord Odin is the only Esper left to us. Yeah, I guess I kind of forgot that it wasn't just, human versus Esper, I guess. Has he recovered from his injuries? Does it matter? We have no other choice. We must leave this final battle in his, as you say, in his hands, I think. City destroyed during the War of the Magi. This place just reminds me of Doma Castle. Zantetsuken. Oh, take that. Choppy. I like that this guy looks like he's undead, and I don't think Zantetsuken works on undead enemies. It's been forever since I've actually used that, or actually used it like that. Actually used Odin in battle. Actually, you know what? I don't think I've used him even a single time, now that I think about it. Impressive. I never thought you'd be able to turn me to stone. Okay. Legend that tells of an ancient battle between the Esper Odin and a powerful magus. It took place in the great hall of a castle. Well, this is that castle. Okay, so here is the, what is it called? Samurai Soul in this version? Yeah, Samurai Soul. And this is what, this enemy drops the Master Scroll, which is a really great relic. I used to like it a lot more than I like it these days, but it is still really good. I did want to leave in, though, my wipe here on what was that? Was that the second turn? So, you know, preparation is the key with a lot of this stuff, although even a little bit of strategy can really make this guy a joke. What I did here was to actually just equip some Thunder Shields. I don't remember how many I had. I think I only had 2, though, at this point. You know, most of my Thunder Shield farming was done after this, which there's, you know, questions on if I should have waited or if I should have, you know, done it sooner, but it ended up working out okay. So yeah, so that will keep us at least 2 of our characters, well, not completely safe, but safe. I don't remember if this guy uses anything else. Gale Cut will also be completely nullified by the Thunder Shields as well, so that helps. And then here I stole from him. Let's see here. He's got 2. Oops, I can't spell. He's got 2 steals. His common is the. Oh wait, am I? Oh, I've got the wrong one here. There it is. His common is the Mirasame, and the rare is the Mirakumo. There's the Mirasame. So that's the more common. The Mirakumo is just too easy to get, so that's another one of those where I just decided not to go for the rare. Let me just see here. Boom, 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 boom. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, wager the Kaganui. Let me just see here. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. No, that's, nope, that is Shadow's best weapon. You don't want to wager that. So if you wager the Mirasame, you can get the Masamune, or Masamune. And then if you wager the Masamune, you can get the Mirakumo. Man, these names. Oh, yeah. Basically, what you want to do, though, is first wager the Sasuke blade. So the Sasuke is the item that drops from the... Oh, what are those guys called? The Gigantos, right? On the floating continent. And then you can also get them on the Velt. So you should be able to get a ton of them. I had, like, I don't know, 50 of them or something like that. And basically, you just keep betting your reward, and that will get you Scion's best weapon. Or, sorry, that... No, I'm sorry. It's not his best weapon. That's not the case. But it does get you that, what did I say, the Mirakumo? Eventually. Which used to be called, what was that called before? Was that the, I want to say Strato, but I don't know if that's even, I don't know if that's the case anymore. Again, the names have changed so many times over the years that, well, I mean, I don't know about so many times, but I'm used to the old names. Anyways, boy, that was a bit of a tangent. So what I did here with the Samurai Soul is probably already obvious. He's vulnerable to confusion, and so I just kept using Noise Blaster on him over and over, and I thought, I mean, it was pretty fun. I don't think I've ever done this before. Normally I'm like extremely leveled by this point, and I just kind of, you know, overpower him. And this is kind of a way to cheese. Well, I don't know if it's cheese, but yeah, I guess maybe it is. You know, to take him down without. I mean, I don't know. Again, all my characters. Well, I suppose other than Gogo, right? The rest of the characters are 24 and he's 26, so you know, not super over leveled by any means. There's the Master Scroll. So that turns your fight command into, well, actually, I don't know if did they rename it? It used to be like X Fight back in the day. But anyways, regardless, it makes your weapon swing 4 times, And then if you Genji glove, each weapon swings 4 times. So, total of 8 swings. So, that can make somebody a physical powerhouse. I guess, assuming that they've got any sort of physical prowess whatsoever. A realm, with no stat boost is probably not something that's going to put out a bunch of damage. But here is Odin. I keep Odin. There is no reason to upgrade him in this version of the game. Well, I shouldn't say that. Okay. There's no reason to upgrade him if you're glitching, right? Because then you can still actually glitch Raiden onto your characters. But Odin teaches, what was that? Was it Meteor? Which is a decent spell, but Crusader teaches it as well. But the other good thing about Odin is it's the only way to get a speed bonus, right? This is it's kind of wild that this version of the game, I don't know, I don't understand why they didn't do a pixel remaster, but of the Game Boy Advance version, because it's better and it has, that version of the game is just better. There's more to it. They added a couple of Vespers that are pretty fantastic, like Cactar, right? Which allows you to get +2 speed on level up. So that's unfortunate, but whatever. It is what it is. There's the X Ether in the bucket. That is I think, is that our 4th one now? Or is that, I haven't been counting. But here is the Queen's Diary. And here, yeah. So this is kind of interesting. So I'm assuming here that the Queen, so the Queen must be a human, or have been a human, and obviously Odin is an Esper, and so that means that there was more than one instance where a human at least was attracted to an Esper, right? You had Terra's parents. Kind of funny though. There's I guess now that I think about it, the 2 instances were a female human being attracted to a male Esper, and as far as I can tell, not the other way around. But anyway, don't interact with the Queen's statue, because that will turn Odin into Raiden. So definitely don't do that. I actually did boost up Locke's speed eventually, so I did a little bit more leveling with him once. Well, I guess once I had Crusader, although I actually didn't level, or I didn't take a level with Crusader to get the 999 MP, because I just didn't care. I rather would have the either one, even a single speed boost, or really anything else. I don't care about maxing my MP or HP. Here, this guy is brutal. He slows himself though, which is kind of, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he slows himself, but then he ripples, and to try to rip, or to try to stick slow on your characters, which I thought was kind of funny. But this guy can be pretty nasty though too, because he uses tsunami and basically multi-target water attacks, and I don't think I've got any way to deal with that, armor-wise. Other than, I suppose, maybe just having better magic defense. I think that's the only way to really deal with it. And here, it's not looking good. I revive and then, just get knocked out right away. Locket has basically no mana right now, which is kind of hilarious too. What was I thinking? Just rolling around, not completely unprepared. Sometimes that's all right though too, right? Because then I can at least test myself a little bit better. Let's take a look at Blue Dragon though, because I don't remember. Hauling around 2 debilitators makes it so that we can make our own elemental vulnerabilities. Weak against lightning, though. He's vulnerable to Darkness, poison, image, and slow. So really just slow. Oh, I could have morphed him too. That would have been, but that would have been cheap. I think I go with a more standard kill. Man, you know what? I want to look up. I think I looked this up once before, but I'm curious about the vulnerabilities to water. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I looked this up before. Boom, 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 boom. This probably isn't going to help me at all. Oh yeah, here we go. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, Flame Shield is weak to water, so do not equip Flame Shields. I hope I didn't make that mistake. Force Shield halves water, which I think we've got some of those. Paladin Shield nullifies water. I don't know if I have my Paladin Shield yet. I don't think I do, though. Minerva Bustier. Only equipped, unfortunately, by Terra and Celeste, but that will have, water damage. Alright, so the imp equipment, though. Tortoise Shield, Reed Cloak, and Saucer absorbs water elemental damage. That would have been a really good option here. I'm surprised I never even thought of that. Okay, so wait, a Saucer 2, yeah, that's the helmet. I don't remember which one is the easiest one to get a hold of. Tortoise Shield, Reed Cloak, Saucer. I think the Reed Cloak is, that's a steal from the Tyrannosaurus. Those are, that's not going to be fun, though. Boy, and I closed out all of my... Let's just take a look here. We've got time, right? Hopefully. Let me just see here. Do I have time? I think I've got time. Yeah, this is a struggle, so... I'm really curious what the fastest. So normally that imp equipment is pretty garbage unless you've got unless you're like an actual imp. But who cares? If you're able to absorb all of his stuff, that'd be pretty sick. All right, so the Tortoise Shield is stealable from the Basilisk enemy and also droppable from the Basilisk. And then you can morph the Cactar, Tonberry, or Tonberries. And then the Colosseum, you could bet Aegis Shield. No, you're not gonna bet that, but you could bet the Reed Cloak. Well, that's the armor. Let's see here. So that was the shield, the helmet. The helmet. Where's the helmet at? Saucer. We're looking for the saucer here. Steal from the Tumbleweed or morph from the same enemies that you can morph to get the shield. You can morph to get the helmet. I think I actually did that quite a bit. I morphed the Cactars. But steal from the Tumbleweed. I tried to avoid the Tumbleweed because that shares the same formation as the dragon, like the Tyrannosaur and the Brontosaur, or the not Brontosaur. Is it the Brontosaur? Brachiosaur. Jeez. Anyways, all right. So we got the Zantetsuken. That sword is actually really cool. Basically it kind of does whatever Odin's ability, right? Where you can just, basically instant kill enemies. The kind of crazy thing, though, too, is that it actually works on undead enemies as well. Most instant death weapons, like the Assassin, Ichigeki, Viper Darts, those don't work on undead. You'll kill the enemy and then poof, they'll just revive right away. But the Zantetsuken, if you can trigger that effect, will still kill the undeads. So very, very cool weapon. Depending on and I suppose can be really, really great, you know, depending on if the enemy is weak to or can be killed by instant death attacks. Also the reed cloak, so that's the armor. Steal from a Tyrannosaur and then drop from the sprinter. I don't know what the sprinter is. I didn't bother doing that. But also morph, you know, Cactar, Tonberries. Honestly, my opinion, obviously, it's probably better to farm, you know, either or steal from Tyrannosaurs is probably actually the best way to do that. But yeah, that would have been a really, really good option and pretty easy to get a hold of for that dragon. Otherwise, I don't know what, you know, I honestly, I wasn't really paying that much attention to how I actually did it, but that would have been a way better option than, you know, kind of just brute forcing it like I did there. But yeah, up to you if you want to make use of that strategy. So I don't know, generally when I'm doing these battles, especially the dragons, and it's not always the case, but for a lot of them, you'll know, right? They'll use some sort of elemental attack against you, and just being able to completely absorb it makes the fight incredibly easy. You know, the Earth Dragon, for instance, having that Gaia gear, I mean, that made that fight a complete joke. So I like to do that. But all right, anyways, that is about all I've got for this one. We're gonna rest here, get some of that MP back that we blew on, you know, cure spell after cure spell. But all right, that's all the time I've got for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.